Yo, what's up guys? Got some more BT7 gameplay for you guys. Over on the left, my friend is playing one of the most hated decks, at least by me and my group, is going to be Jesmon, just the straight monkey deck that you can't really interact with and you just have to wait for them until they bring out a Jesmon that checks a million cards and games you. So hopefully if you've got some counter to that, you'll be good. But I am playing Lilith Loop over on the right. This is a deck I've been enjoying a lot recently. I don't know why I was not on this deck really earlier. I tested it out a little bit ever since its inception, but I never really fully understood why, all the plays, and now I can understand why people like the deck so much, because it is really fun. Lots of combos. Probably I think the hardest deck in the game to play correctly, and just because there's so many things you can do, there's so many ways you can game your opponent, and just, yeah. So anyways, very complicated stuff. But my opponent, in contrast, is just going to one stack his way into a Savior Huckmon right now. He's got the Digivolve effect where he can play a Sistermon from his hand for a 0 cost and get his on play. But no, we're not going to see that. We're just going to see a red memory boost, revealing the top 4 cards, and probably not a Jesmon in his hand, I don't think, and not a Sistermon either, so that is really unfortunate. We're just going to grab a card there, and then I'm going to go on and pull out my Promote, and then Digivolve into the Lady Devimon for a cost 3, letting me draw 2 cards and discarding 2, so we're going to trash the Nidhogg as well as a random Gabumon that I had in my hand, gaining 1 memory off of the Nidhogg, which is pretty nice, and then we're going to go into the Jesmon Scatter mode for a Digivolution cost of 2, putting my opponent to 1. So unless he's got a Jesmon in his hand plus a Sistermon, which we know he likely doesn't have a Sistermon, it is not looking good for him. But we're going to Digivolve the Huckmon in the breeding area. He does have the Savior Huck, which is definitely the best inherited you have underneath your Jesmon. Rip to all the Jesmon players who are going to see this card go to 1 next format, and actually the Jesmon in my decks are going to go to 1 as well, which I definitely still think Lilith Loop is the burning abyss of this game. If you guys know what that means, you know, but it basically just means it's a very resilient deck, and a lot of people thought, myself included, that it was going to die after the banning of Mega Digimon Fusion, but the Jesmon package is just still so broken, and as long as Scatter mode is around to give you the +3 draw, I think it's going to be relevant no matter what the format. We're going to then swing, not die to the to the security there, but I'm going to pop my Jesmon anyway with the Deathclaw, popping the Huckmon on my own side of the field, and then drawing some cards, discarding 2 Jesmon. Because there's a Scatter mode in my trash, I can just play them for free. So this is why this card is getting limited to 1, because it's just an absolutely ridiculous interaction, allowing you to just get so many free bodies on field that you can then evolve into a Ginkakmon Promote for a cost of 1, swinging over with Rush, or you can evolve into a Cerberusmon, go into a Werewolf mode, pop them, and then gain Rush, and there's just so many ways to get rushed in this deck. It's actually ridiculous. So we're going to, speaking of Cerberusmon, just Digivolve it on top of the Jesmon. I've got 4 swings for next turn, and probably set up with some sort of play. I've got an Analog Youth in my hand as well, so I can probably dig further for that, but we are going to see finally the Jesmon Digivolve for a cost of 3. He does now have the Sistermons in play, and we've got a full stack Jesmon plus the tie, so we'll be swinging for 2 checks and unsuspending as well, and then checking 4 in total, because Lilith Loop does not play any blockers whatsoever. He does have the piercing anyways. The really only thing you can do here is go into a Rebellion, but unfortunately without if side decks are not sticking around at the time of recording this, side decks are kind of going into limbo. The Ultimate Cup is not using them, so we're not sure if they're sticking around. If that's not a thing, then you really have to probably main deck Rebellion for the Jesmon matchup. We're going to then hit a Dead or Alive Insecurity, which lets me play a level 5 or lower. I had to triple check the wording on this. So you get to play level 5 or lower. It does indeed get its on play effect. So I get to play Cerberusmon for free. I play Werewolf mode. Werewolf mode then says you can delete a Cerberusmon to gain 9 memory. Okay, so indeed, because I do get the security effect without paying the 8 cost, I get to just blow up a Cerberusmon, gain 9 memory, and then draw 2, discard 2. So that is the craziest turn pass I've ever had. This is the first time I did that, by the way, so this is what sold me on the deck for sure. And then Jesmon will continue the second check, which I think he's 16,000, 17,000 anyway, so it doesn't matter that I am going to lose that last security, because I am most likely going to game him through 4 security here, by the way. So we'll see if I can actually pull it off. So you gotta do some bit of trash reorganizing, because you always have to keep in mind the number of cards in your trash. I'm going to gain some memory off a Jack Raid. And then I do believe I have the Lilithmon in my hand as well. We're going to see Lilithmon hit the board there for a cost 3. Adding back double Jack Raid here. It's possible I should have gotten Dead or Alive plus Jack Raid, but I don't think I had another werewolf mode in my trash anyway, so it might not have been worth it. But I do have now the capability of gaining, I think, 4 memory from each Jack Raid, or maybe just 2, and then, yeah, 1 from each, and then 2 from the Lilithmon, because Lilithmon says whenever you play an option card, you get to then gain 2 memory. Now, I probably should have evolved the Lilithmon on top of the Lady Devi so that I could pop one of the level 3s, because Lady Devi does have that really nice inherited effect. We're going to swing with the Jesmon Scatter Mode. He is going to block with the Sistermon Ciel, which is 5,000, so I will be able to get the Scatter Mode deleted and draw some cards. I'm not sure if that was the best play, but he does kind of just want to survive here, and he like, regardless of how much advantage he gives me, I have so many plays I can do, but he needs to survive for sure. So I'm going to discard 2, discard a Nidhogg, gaining a memory, going up to, I believe I'm at 9 currently, and then just drawing cards off of the Scattermon plus the Gabumon plus the Demi-Meramon. So all in all, you get to cycle 6 cards through your deck in that interaction. Just discarding more random cards I do not need at the moment right now, and I probably need to get rid of the Sistermon block. I do believe there's a Deathclaw in my hand, so I think I should get rid of the Sistermon block so that I can turn off the blocker effects. Oh, we're just going to go into the Omnimon Zwart here for a cost of 6, digivolving that and then trashing 3, and then bringing back a Cerberusmon plus something else, probably just like a Scatter Mode or something. I don't think there's a promo or anything there that could be relevant, or just double Cerberusmon in case I draw into more werewolf modes. So then I'm going to digivolve the Zwart, and then now I can Jack Raid again. Going to recount the number of cards in my trash, and then like I said, now that I've got the Zwart on the field, I can pop the Blanc. I can like attack, add back the Lilith, pop, and then go into Lilith once again because I've got the Lady Devimon plus the Cerberusmon setup. So I'm going to Jack Raid for 2, I believe, going back to 5. So we're going to swing security, pop the Blanc, add back the Lilithmon. So then now all of his blockers are turned off, so he has no ways of protecting himself. So we are down to 3 security for the Jesmon player, hitting an Agunimon in security, and now I've got plenty of memory to work with, and I'm just going to probably go into Lilithmon yet again for a cost of 3. Lilithmon's effect is a soft once per turn, so I can just add both Jack Raids back, and then just this is the loop, right? Then now I can activate the Jack Raids again, and then gain the memory off the Jack Raids effect, and then off of the Lilithmon as well. I might have taken a Dead or Alive there as well, because yeah, I do see it in my hand, so I took a Dead or Alive. So going to Jack Raid for a bunch, gaining the memory, not sure exactly how much at this point, and then popping the Huckmon off of the Lady Devimon effect. And then we're going to play a Werewolf mode, popping the Cerberus mode, drawing 2 off the deletion effect, discarding 1, discarding an Jesmon, and then also gaining 9 memory. So you're essentially playing the Werewolf mode for a 0 cost. Going to rush into security because Werewolf mode does have the rush keyword, so I can attack immediately. Kind of hoping it died because I got the Dead or Alive, but it's possible I can like Deathclaw or something and bring it back later. So we're going to Lilithmon swing security. That is down to 1 security left, but all of the Jesmon as well as the Cerberusmon were played this turn, but I've got another Werewolf mode in my hand, so it is fine. So I'm going to play that, pop the other one, draw 2, and then probably just be able to swing here, discarding a card, of course. I'll also have to Calling from the Darkness in my hand, so at the very worst case scenario, I can like pop something, add back Cerberusmon plus Werewolf mode, but I'm just going to digivolve into Cerberusmon, play the Dead or Alive for a cost of 8, bring back the Werewolf mode, and then swing. So guys, that is going to be game. Just a fun little game showing off the crazy ceiling of Lilith. You can actually have like ridiculous turns where you take your opponent down from 4 or 5 security all the way to gaming them. You will keep in mind that your turns can get pretty long, so it honestly feels like you're playing against a Yu-Gi-Oh combo deck just because of how crazy the turns are. But let me know what you guys think of Lilith down in the comments below. I do feel sorry for the Jesmon player using him as a punching bag just to show how crazy the combos are. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.